Longest Day, and we're looking at the spring game 2016. This is part 3. We're going to go ahead and look at this. And first of all, notice it's 2nd and 9. The first play was to Quaid, and he got a little injured here on the sideline. But we'll go ahead and start here. All right, so we have our A-back moved out onto the outside. If you'll watch right here, you'll see this this linebacker step on up to the line, and he times the snap pretty well. And you'll see the B-back here step up to take that blitz and does a pretty decent job of stopping the blitz, but just not permanently. The guy gets back up and ends up flushing the quarterback out of the pocket there. All right, so we'll watch. We got Glanton right here. Does a great job. It's hard to see, but you can see him moving his arms really well, trying to get by. He ends up trying to do a spin move right there to get around them. Let's look at the backside. I do see a little bit more holding than I'm used to seeing us do from some of the players, which I'm glad right now until we get a penalty, because it didn't seem like we did a lot of holding in the past, legal holding in the past. Flushes them out right there. Okay, so what's supposed to happen? We have these two guys doing almost a little slant route in right here. They're both looking. He's looking. He has a little pump, I guess, trying to slow this guy down. This guy doesn't buy it. Are these guys open? Is this guy open? If he throws it here, can this guy make a play on the ball? I don't know. But obviously he saw something he didn't like and keeps the ball. And, of course, you have a little pressure right here. Does a great job escaping. Escapes right there. Just can't make the corner. 3rd and 8. All right, here we go. We'll get through this real quick. St. John, one of my favorite players. All right, let's see here. This is going to be play action pass. So first of all, we'll watch some of the blocking right here. Pretty decent. We'll see on the outside right here. He's the one. If he doesn't throw, he's the one going to make the tackle. Let's see right here. We have the center. Center does a pretty good job all by himself right there. Ends up, running into the B-back, but that's all right. Let's see what else we see here. This guy is going to come around right here, and he gets picked up. Does a pretty good job. All right. So we have 2 guys going out. Makes the pass right there. If you see, this is the first guy. I don't see many people around him, so perhaps he was the one to throw to. This guy is definitely covered, but he throws it so that no one can possibly intercept it in bounds. But neither can we catch it in bounds. But it's a nice looking pass, though. Tight spiral. All right. We'll go ahead and we'll get the white offense out here. Look, we got the A-back split out from over here, moved over here. And we'll go ahead and start this play. One thing to note that these are the 3 linebackers we're used to seeing, and a lot of times when we play other people, they're 5 to 7 yards off the ball, so they're really back here. And what that gives a chance is this guy can actually go in either direction before any of the linemen can make it to that second level and really get a hat on them. So it makes it a lot more difficult, a lot more distance to travel. We'll go ahead and start this. So we have that motion right here. So we have the motion, and sometimes we motion and he stops and goes in this direction. And sometimes we motion and he keeps going around. Well, watch this quarterback, because I think he's watching JT. JT turns, look, so he's turning this way. See him turn this way? Now watch this linebacker. He takes at least 1 step in the wrong direction, which is actually not that bad. You'd like to take them 2 steps, but 1 step is enough to really slow your momentum down. Now, if you watch right here, our tackle gets pinched right there. You can see him; he's getting pinched. They're trying to slow him down, but I've also noticed some of our tackles starting to use some of the techniques that I've seen the defense use, and they'll actually use their hand to kind of karate chop upward and try to Try to get, it's hard to see here, try to get that guy off of him. And he actually makes the block. Good job. Look at Will Bryan right here, taking on his defender. Does a good job taking him out of the play. Shamar Devine is pulling. So he's pulling right here. And what you'd want to see is him to actually get a hat on the outside right here. Or hit him hard enough to put him on the ground. Not quite the case. He ends up being able to beat him right there. So this is your pitch man. This is who you're supposed to pitch off right here, this guy. Now you think this guy is going to block him, but it's not true. He's supposed to block this guy because you're supposed to pitch off of this guy. So he has to get around him in space and block somebody, which is, the timing is really hard to do. So he isn't able to make that block, but it is an extremely difficult block to make. These guys end up together, so JT ends up pitching actually off of both of these guys, and we end up making 5 yards. Now, if we're able to actually make this block, it could have went a lot longer. Now, in time, perhaps this A-back, will become more experienced, even the most experienced. This has got to be one difficult block to make because you're actually going to need to be running in this direction right here in order to make this block. All right, we'll keep on going. We'll spend all day on that same play. All right, so we're a little bit more traditional setup that we're used to seeing. Looks like we have a blitzing linebacker. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the other guy's going to step in. See right there? I mean, you just didn't see a whole lot of that last year. Who is going to blitz? Get the other lineman thinking. Where are they coming? Now he comes in, and I believe he comes in like he's going to come in at the left side of his shoulder. So if you watch the guard right here, he'll actually take a good step over. Also, you don't want this guy running. I'm assuming you don't want this guy running through this way either. He takes a step over, isn't able to make the block. We do get the pitch off, but it is a little behind the A-back. The other block right here is we want to make sure that get his helmet on the outside of this guy right here on a rocket toss. If he ends up just running to the inside, you're fine because he's not going to loop around and make the tackle. But if he gets his helmet on the outside, he'll walk you down right here and close off the lane. Two things. If this pitch was not late and he could have hit it at full blast, perhaps he could have been closer to where where this particular player is, maybe right over here, and this guy could have been delayed enough that he could have gotten through because he would be more right here. End up making a good block right there. Does a great job. Good block right there, but this guy ends up making the tackle. All right. All right, so gold team back out. A-back's moved out from here to here, and we'll go ahead and start this. And it's just like a B-back trap. So it's basically you're running a counter play, but instead of keeping it, you kind of giving it to the B-back. So you're going to have a pulling guard right here. So this guard's going to pull down. It's one of my favorite plays of the game actually, because of this right here. He just takes him and just, really seals the edge and takes him out of the play. So that's what I'm looking at right there. So we'll watch it again. It's a thing of beauty. Pulls down, hits, does a great job sealing the edge. All right, so one thing I want to mention, you can't help it in the spring game. All these guys are playing hard. All of them have highs and lows as far as the film. So don't be jumping all over the defensive guy because of the great pool. Because the defensive guy probably had a great play that I didn't point out, and I should have pointed out earlier in the game. One of the bad things about the spring game is to show a good play from one player is going to not show such a great play from another player. So that's not my intent, but still, the pool is a thing of beauty right there. All right, so the B-back does a pretty good job himself because this guy has got some deadness sights, but he's able to just change direction here, just stay just out of reach, and ends up being able to make a few yards out of it. 5 yards, in fact. So does a great job. Diedrich is going to be a player for us. You know, I haven't seen C.J. Leggett. I'm very interested to see how he's performing because Marcus Marshall, we got Marcus Allen. Actually, Marcus Allen does a really good job. You know, I hope he can stay healthy. But when he's in there, he does a good job. But we all see what Marcus Marshall can do. Diedrich Mills added in there, and then C.J. Leggett. I just haven't got to see any film or anything from him, so it's really hard to form an opinion without any data. But really, we have a great group of B-backs. I'm really excited about what we have right there. All right, we'll go ahead and start this off, see what this is. And it looks like it's supposed to be a midline. So this guy is supposed to be unblocked, and this guy is just going to try to get through him into the linebacker right there. That's what's supposed to happen. Now, if this guy comes straight through, you're supposed to give it to the B-back because that means he's going to take you. If he goes to the inside, I do believe you're supposed to keep the ball. If you look right here, we'll go a little further, he's looking on the inside. Looking, his shoulders are completely turned inward. So I would say this would be a quarterback keep. If you look right here, we got a good block out. This guy blocks that guy. You know, I don't know. That might usually that is enough just to be in front of him. That if the quarterback is turning right here and running, he'll be running right behind him. That he's between him and the quarterback, and then there's a great lane right there. Let's see if do we see anything else happening here. Center right there, and the guard do a great job moving the play. This linebacker does a great job stepping up right there. Really, I mean, he does a great job as well. Is that Clinton? Some good plays there from the defense. All right. Traditional setup. We got the wide receiver in tight. The other wide receiver split out. Looks like we got a blitzing. Look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen. Looks like we're stepped up on the line right here. So stepping him up onto the line. Maybe a little early. See right there, you really trying to disguise who's blitzing because you can see this guy stepped up. Nope, I'm going to step up right there. All right, it's going to be a quarterback sneak. It's a 3 and 2. You just need to move that pile. And we don't quite move the line of scrimmage. And Glanton, man, I tell you, a beast right here. Brad's going to take him on and isn't able to quite get that helmet on the inside right there. All right. Good job by the defense. We'll do one more round here. We'll call it a night on this particular series, but I think it's worth it to do the next two. All right, so we got an A-back split out from over here. You can see that. You got your 3 linebackers. I know he's not technically, but he's kind of what we see. Normally this guy would be a little further back. We'll go ahead and start this. Just going to be a pass. All right, so what happens here? We have Callan right there. Does a great job right there, shedding that. And one thing you can see right there, it's really hard to see. Let's see if I can slow it down enough. You can see his hand coming up right there. His hand is coming in that upward karate chop. I'm not sure what the technical term is, but what it does is just break those hands off the shirt and gets them free and clear. Now the B-back does take a step up and he stops this linebacker right there. Blocking. Blocking the edge pretty good. So we're blocking the edge pretty good over there. Of course, we have a double team right there. Well, Kellen flushes him out right there, and he has to throw the ball away. Right? That's what we want to see. We want to see our defense break through sometimes. Need to see that so that we know that they're going to do it to other teams. Really liking the use of the hands. All right, so we'll watch our guard right here. Guard comes through, and he's supposed to stop some backside pursuit because it's going the other direction. It's going to be a triple option in this direction right here. If you look right here, this guy pinches down really good on this guy, but he's still able to get back there and slow the linebacker down right there. So gets a piece of him. We have a block going on right here between these two guys. This is AJ Gray, right? And does a good block, slows him down. Let's see what else happens. This is your pitch option. So of course this guy's taken to be back, and you can watch taken. Pitch option comes up, takes the QB, right? We pitch it. You pitch it, and then you make, this great little stops. Kind of, man, we just have some guys that can change direction pretty good right there. Ends up making, actually, that last little bit, they tackle him forward. We make 7 yards off that. All right. Got a little timeout, but Paul says, don't worry about it. Go back up there and run the play. All right, so we have this guy stepping up to the line. I do believe this ends up being, no, it's an actual play. So we got the motion right here. Which way is it going to go? And it looks like it's just going to be a dive play right here. So we'll see what happens. Got a block. This guy is supposed to chip him. The guy's supposed to run in before he can tackle. That's a great job of, I'm just so used to having some of our other players there, like Days and just making those tough yards, hitting a pile of people and moving them forward. In this case, I think we get about the same thing right there. We get, definitely get a pile of people in there. And who actually makes the tackle? It's this gentleman right here. He actually does a pretty good job right there. But after we make about 5 yards. All right. The defense, tell you what. Let's see here. So we got this linebacker coming through. See what happens. What it looks like, Kellen gives his guy a pretty tough time right there. Great arm work, gets by him. Picked up by the B-back. B-back is supposed to take the linebacker, but both of them are free. And so that ends up causing a sack right there. Going to have to do better. It's tough. All right, so let's watch what happens here. All right, so we got engagement. If you remember, the last couple of times, Kellen has used his arms to really break the guard's grip on him. If you look, he kind of steps up right into him. So a big difference in those two plays. So definitely a big difference. You have the B-back is stepping up right here. And this is a designed run because the B-back steps up and it's supposed to go in this direction right here. I think Kellen ends up causing it to go in the other direction. JT finds a way to kind of thread the needle right there. Ends up making a couple yards, 5 yards, 3 and 13. So it's going to be another pass play. Oops. Didn't realize I was dimming the screen. Another pass play. Let's see what's going on here. Again, not quite as much from Kellen that we've seen the first 2 times where he's really moving his hands. Let's see what else happens. The linebacker steps in. Good block there. Really plenty of time. So everybody's doing the right thing. A big difference the last 2 times from Kellon, from the first 2 times we saw during a pass play. And it's just, I don't know what's going on. It looks like there's plenty of time. Maybe he's getting worried, but this guy is picked up. He has some time. No one there. All right. That's it for this segment. Favorite play was Brad Morgan pulling and doing a great job of not only taking his guy out, but taking his guy out for the total play. Saw some good things from defense. Saw some great things from Kellon, using his hands and doing what he's supposed to do, get to the quarterback. Saw some great things from some of the tackles, using their hands to break some of those pinches. Definitely, get that guy off of you so that you can go after that Mike linebacker. So some really good things from the offense and defense.